If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are Newswatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45 Newcastle, The Train. Everyone's talking about NCTV45. Internet television the way you want it. Your #1 media source serving Newcastle, Lawrence County, and globally. NCTV45.
Today's program furnished by funding from Bill's Bake Shop, where smiles are everywhere.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
When you have legal issues, Paula Chalella, attorney at law, 113 North Mercer Street, Newcastle.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45 Newcastle, The Train.
Good morning, Newcastle, and a very pleasant welcome to NCTV45's Morning News Watch. This on Friday the 13th. Are you a little squeamish or superstitious or about that Friday the 13th? I don't know. I know that I've got my coffee and I'm ready to tackle what's coming at us. And, wow. You know, in these uneasy times, I want to thank you for inviting us here into your house, living room, kitchen, wherever you're watching us, and trusting us to give you the news and perhaps a little point of view that might stir your interest as to how things look or how they're going, what have you, because we've got some really crazy things going on, and today absolutely no different. Outside it's cold, 28 degrees. And as you look at traffic, I'm going to tell you, I think before I even embark on the pictures, I think what you're getting is a true slowdown, if you would, in all the traffic going on, because the virus seems to be picking up. I'm looking at 79 and 422, and I'm saying right there, light to moderate. Nothing in the way of any heavy traffic that we may have even seen, just a few days ago. Now, as we take a look at 376 and we go up to State Street, again, light. It seems as though the 422 interchange, I'm only looking at a few cars there, and I-376 interchange the same way. Turnpike westbound, there's not even a car. So, looking at 168, no cars. And looking at Martha Street, no cars. So that whole swing through the southwest, very light. I-80 and 376, again, very light. I only see a total of 5 cars with any kind of movement. I think people really watching, stay in, maybe at home, because they just are afraid of this thing. Now, what do you have as far as the virus goes? I don't want to make too much of it, and I don't want to make too little of it. Can you have Thanksgiving? Well, here in Newcastle, we don't have people traveling far and wide. Half the people we're with daily. Thus, we had 5,488, basically 5,500 new cases. Those over the age, that are up in age, that have pre-existing conditions, those are the most people that are susceptible. You know that. And it just behooves me that if you know you're at risk, don't put yourself at greater risk. That's my point. And I want to take this time. This, I feel, is as important as anything I'm going to tell you. PennDOT, myself, Democrats, Republicans, everybody can agree on this one. Use caution in work zones. Start to drive a little more carefully. Please, don't go the wrong way down one-way streets. Don't double up right in here in front of our studios, as it's very, very unsafe. And wow. Governor Wolf, Joe Biden, whether you think he's jumping a gun or just being organized, I'm not even going to comment on that. Jennifer Barrier to serve as Secretary for the Department of Labor and Industry. Okay. And we'll get to, these things are being named. Pedro Rivera is supposed to be on Joe Biden's list for education. So let's look at the bright side. Maybe the guy's trying to get prepared. Public-Private Investment Board approves major bridge construction and rehabilitation. The Pennsylvania Public-Private Transportation Partnership Board approved transportation that will accelerate the reconstruction, the Major Bridge P3 program. These are bridges that aren't big spans that need to be taken care of. Hats off to them as they try to get some of this done. And it's so interesting. Governor Wolf, he back at it again. As I get choked up, I got to get my coffee here. Take a bigger sip. I'm a fan of the coconut donuts. Sometimes those kind of get, but they're good. So I'm sorry. Governor Wolf signs the 12th renewal of the opioid disaster declaration as work continues to fight the opioid crisis and COVID-19 pandemic. All that seemed to kind of get lost with COVID and the election. And you know, I'm a little happier today on one thing. At least some of this news we're getting to is a little constructive. I mean, we opened up with the pandemic. The voter stuff I got over here. But at least it's a little more constructive. Pennsylvania invests $5.1 million to enhance libraries. And Mercer County, the town of Greenville, got $75,000. Now, unfortunately, Lawrence County didn't get any. Thank you, Governor Wolf. And let's see, we got that there. And the Wolf administration, why they reauthorized Title 32 allows Pennsylvania National Guard to continue assisting long-term care facilities affected by COVID without financial burden on the state. And yeah, you know what? We knew that this is where the problem is. See, in case you really don't understand this, let me kind of put it together for you. The nursing homes have a high incidence rate of COVID. The people that work there are exposed to it. The people then leave the nursing home on the way to other various places and spread it. The nursing homes are the area of the problem. The vaccine should be out 3 or 4 weeks. That's what they're saying. And then we'll be able to get ahead of this. Now, here's the incidences that are rich within this issue. And before I go to it, why not just finish this up? Governor Wolf announces 6 projects to assist local governments with municipal planning and shared services. Now, the closest one to us was Clarion County. And not a word to Lawrence. I don't know if you know a little bit of history, but we'll go there anyway. Lawrence County was formed with a compromise with the Whig Party, which the Whigs were the 4 actually runner to and joined the Republican Party, but they were conservative. Thus, as this county's numbers in Republicans has increased, the funding from Harrisburg seems to have decreased. Communism at its best. Little punishment for being on the other side. Now, for those of you that need some what's the word I wanted to use, information on the election. Here's what's going on. Texas AG Patton, and there's a reason this is important. Texas rejected the Dominion voting system. Now, the Dominion voting system is the system that was in Michigan and Wisconsin, that when you voted for Trump, it marked it for Biden. They've caught it. That's why, as we look at that, those are still in play, Michigan and Wisconsin, as we reported yesterday. Now, with that, in Pennsylvania, a judge ruled that the governor and all the cronies around him weren't allowed to just say, hey, keep counting votes, after the polls closed on November 3rd. Now, with a whole deal of alleged marking of ballots, postmarking them well after, and there's been a great deal of people came through saying that happened, the judge ruled that they can't count those ballots. So, in other words, Trump was all up at the end of the election on Wednesday, November 4th. An appeal will go out, no doubt, but Trump could end up with Pennsylvania, thus dropping Biden down votes. Now, here's what they're saying. They're reporting this. Okay, and we talked about this yesterday. As we look, election challenges become unclear pending recounts. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, where a judge already ruled, federal judge to dismiss those votes. Okay, Georgia, and they've got all kind of things because they're really close. So they put the count right now at 232 for Trump, 227 for Biden. This was last updated at 7:50 p.m. yesterday. Now, it makes sense because they didn't have any overnight thinking. Now, here's how bad it gets. Philadelphia Magazine, home of where, and you saw the video, they said, nope, you're not allowed in there, to the Republicans. They said there's no evidence of voter fraud. Then why didn't you let them in? They had all the proper papers. So I don't want to hear that. If I was a judge, they wouldn't like what I'd rule. Penn Live, League of Women Voters, once again, there's no credible evidence of fraud. Well, if there wasn't, why didn't you let him in? Because you were postmarking the ballots illegally. And whistleblowers came forward. You know, it's unbelievable when you look. Nearly 200 boxes of uncounted ballots found a week after the election in Puerto Rico. And this just keeps going on. And you want to talk about being the laughing stock of the world? I really think we've done it, folks. I say to you, take a look at that. And you know, it's ironic because that's where I said we were Tuesday night. And I actually believe that Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin deserved to go to the president. If those three would, let's just give you an idea of where it would be. So we get you get you a rough idea of how this thing is going. because there's a lot of questions that still remain. So as we go to an interactive electoral map, if we place Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania in the Trump camp, keeping in mind that Arizona and Nevada are still out to count, and they've already decided North Carolina for Trump. Donald Trump has 278 votes as the Electoral College to Biden's 227. Even if Biden would pick up Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada, he still wouldn't come close. So, the voting machines that didn't work, the mismarked ballots, folks, I don't know how you don't see this thing going to the Supreme Court. I just, there's no way I could see anything not happening with that. We're going to go to sports. I want to say, I wore it on my gold and blue. Hey, let's go Hounds. Because the Wilmington Greyhounds, they're still in the state playoffs. And matter of fact, they have a real big game, playoff game. They've got to go to Paris, Pennsylvania, to play Chestnut Ridge. And that's a far ways. The game's at 7 o'clock tonight. And anything we hear, we'll make sure you know. But let's go Hounds. Let's go to sports. See what's happening. And last night, little NFL action. Yeah, it was the Colts 34, Tennessee 17. And over in college football, as you had Colorado State take on Boise State, 52-21. Wee doggy. A lot of points scored there. So, here you go with the Cedar Sports Corner. We'll be right back.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner Report and a little football. Florida Atlantic taking on Florida International, 7 o'clock, CBS Sports Channel. The Big Ten, Iowa at Minnesota, Fox Sports 1. And East Carolina, the Pirates, taking on the Bearcats of Cincinnati, 7:30 ESPN 2. And good luck to the Wilmington Greyhounds in their state playoff competition. And we wish them all the best. Now, this was the Cedar Sports Corner. We'll be right back after we take this time out. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
This program sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. Brian Ches, owner. Call 724-498-4760. Brian would be glad to visit.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, well, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust. At Delicios. Look at this sandwich. This is lunch, and I didn't want to overdo it, but I had coleslaw before. This sandwich, absolutely excellent. Cajun chicken, but their menu is so huge, and I'm going to show you all your friends that you knew from the old place. They're all here, so make sure you stop. They're open from 7 to 9. It's Delicios in downtown Newcastle. Welcome back, and let's get to some heartwarming things. Secretary of Agriculture encourages Pennsylvanians to support the Agriculture Weekend Fall Food Fest at the Farm Show. This is November 13th to the 15th, which is this weekend. It's virtual. So, if you go to Pennsylvania Farm Show, that's the one on January 9th. I would say go to the state website, as they did not put how to view it here. PA potato growers, mushrooms, livestock. These things seem to be a great thing. I would like one time to be able to go down and see it. The Shoebox Parade. You know, the one thing I will not do is criticize people for trying. Well, there are some people trying. The Hoyt has arranged and contacted various people for a shoebox parade that they took and did some animation with it, so it looks like a parade through the city. You know, give them credit. I've put together here for Nctv45 the 45 Days of Christmas, and we've been playing excerpts of all the different parades through Newcastle from 2014. We hope you enjoy it. There's also concert music from Midnight Mass that'll be in there. Holy Spirit Parish is working on some things, and we will bring you as much as we can that will give you some Joy for the season. It's very important, especially at this time of the year when a lot of us are having problems just trying to figure out what everything is like. Let's get to weather. We lost a degree, down to 27, 92% humidity, winds are calm, barometric pressure is at 32.25, and visibility 5 miles. So it was a balmy 28 when we started. Here's Cleveland radar up above the lake. What do you see? Precipitation. I mean, it will move south. Now, let's take a look at Pittsburgh radar, and there you go. You see the precipitation just to the northwest. Let's go to Lawrence County 45 weather, find out more, and then we'll be back.
My name is Brittany. I have suffered with depression for 15 years.
My name is Sam, and I've been experiencing depression for over 12 years. This is the first place I will always recommend for somebody to come if they're suffering from depression or anxiety or any kind of problem like that.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal. Run it again at Lindy's Lunch. Run it again with hot dogs, fries, burgers, and much more. For the 2-point conversion, try those daily specials. Run right in and you will only guard the score at Lindy's Lunch. Before the game, just right for lunch, or anytime. It's Lindy's Lunch. 2402 Wilmington Road, Newcastle.
BSB. Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day of the week you see. Call or stop in to BSB. Big Shot Bobs will be your favorite place, just like me.
Hello and welcome to Lawrence County 45 weather. Well, cuddle alert last night. Clear low of 33, and you bet your bippy it was clear. And I'll tell you how your bippy knows. Your bippy knows because of this. Take a look at this local radar. You couldn't find a cloud. And you couldn't find a Joe Biden vote unless somebody filled in the ballot. The national map, clear to our west. And little humor there, folks, on the Joe Biden thing. I just want you to understand. You know, as the lawsuits continue. How's your weekend, I guess? And beginning of next week, it looks pretty good. Overnight low, 33 last night, and your Friday, sunshine and 54. Friday night, partly cloudy, low 29, another cuddle alert. And your Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 49. Your Saturday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 39. Sunday, rain likely, 61, 70% chance of rain. So that's your get wet day. Watch football, just chill out. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 36. Monday, partly sunny, 44. Monday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 31. Tuesday, partly sunny and 43. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, 29. And your Wednesday, partly sunny and 46. Not real bad. Put up with that rain while you're watching football on Sunday. Maybe kind of eating your macaroni, and then you get back to sunshine. Real seasonal, as you can see, in the 40s. So you can't really say too much about that. It's going to be a pretty nice start to your week. Now that was Lawrence County 45 weather, and we're going to take this break, and we'll be right back after we hear from these great people. Elham's for one great dining experience. Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program. Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Special thanks going out to Town Mall Pizza for sponsorship of this program, located in the Cascade Galleria, Newcastle.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
Well, that's going to do it for this Friday the 13th. Make sure that you tell a friend and have a friend tell a friend about NCTV 45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, I don't watch a lot of TV, you tell them that NCTV 45 is available anytime on your time. Yes, always in the pursuit of excellence. It's NCTV 45. Now make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody. Bass is up. Remember, we got the Christmas parades and stuff, excerpts of that, so just enjoy. And we'll see you again real soon.